Hey guys, welcome back to New York Comic Con on Newsarama.com. I'm Justin Tyler.
Hey, Pete LePage here.
And we're here talking to Joe Kelly and Steven Seagle. It's T. Seagle.
You can initial me or not.
Okay, good.
I don't care either way.
Mr. T.
That I care.
As he's known. If you guys have any questions for the guys at Man of Action Studios, hit us on Twitter at #Ramacon, RAMACON.
All right, let's kick it off. Talk animation. New Ben 10.
Yep, Ben 10 Omniverse just premiered about a month ago. New style, new feel for the show, but integrating the classic elements of the original season with all the stuff, all the continuity that people have kind of come to know and love over the last couple of iterations of the show.
Oh, we've talked about it a couple times in the past.
Wait, it's reaching into... okay, I got nervous.
I was going to draw from the holster.
He's going to go. Everyone turn the cameras up.
Well, the new Ben 10, Kevin 11 now has a holster, and these are actually made by Kevin 11, so in real life.
In real life.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Wait, so you're saying cartoons are real?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, man.
I know that my phone ringing was real, so I
That
turned
was
it
real,
off.
yeah. Good move. And then the other one, you keep like some jewelry?
The other one I have a gun, so ask the next question, quick.
Yeah.
No, it's my wallet. It's just my wallet.
Cool. So I was saying, we talked about Ben 10, we've talked about it a couple times. When did you guys know, because it's so wildly popular, when did you guys sort of feel that crest, that like bump up from just like another show to being like this huge success?
Well, the weird thing is we made it up in Duncan's garage, so it came from very humble beginnings. Duncan Rullo, the missing man of action, and Joe Casey. But we loved it all along. But for me, we had different points. I was on a vacation, and I was in Scandinavia, and I got on a cruise ship for like an overnight, go to the fjords, whatever, and there was Ben 10 in the overnight cruise ship gift shop. I was like, I literally texted Joe, like, what is happening?
Yeah, we've gone too far.
Yeah. This is weird.
I came here to get away from that.
Yeah, no, and mine was also an international. Somebody had sent me like a picture from a Brazilian McDonald's where they had Ben 10 Happy Meal toys. And it was like, all right, we've hit Happy Meal status. Like, that's it. Underoos, Happy Meals, like, these are the benchmarks.
You got some weird goals, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's the best, though. In Ecuador, I have a buddy named Rafa who's Ecuadorian, and he's like, every New Year's we burn something we love in effigy. And I burned Ben 10 this year, so they were selling Ben 10s to burn in effigy. Wow. Happy New Year's!
Wow.
You've made it.
That was
so
awesome.
you're big in fjords in Ecuador.
Apparently
That's
so.
exciting. Big in fjords. That's the new big in
That's an interesting friend that would say to you, hey, I like you so much, I'm going to burn you.
I burned your stuff in effigy.
That's how most of our friends are.
So Spider-Man Season 2, that's coming close.
Season 1 is, we've got about 4 episodes left of the first season. And then I don't know the exact air date of Season 2, but...
No. But yeah, Season 2 is going to be even bigger, grander. The coolest thing about Season 2 is that we have access to some classic Spidey villains we did not have access to in Season 1. So,
like,
we're not allowed to say anything.
I almost had you.
You got to listen, Pete. You got to listen. There's clues here. There are a lot of clues. Snake Man, clearly. That was.
No. Spidey's villain, the Lisper.
Yeah. Good.
seriously,
Love that guy.
sweet.
Almost as frightening as the Whisper is the Lisper. That's awesome. And so how do you guys work in breaking out the episodes? Because you guys all sort of collaborate on all of them, and so you hate each other.
We have an amazing writers' room. We have Joe Quesada, Jeff Loeb, Paul Dini, Brian Bendis, Man of Action, more Disney people, more Marvel people, and it really works just like the comics work for Marvel in that it's just a room full of people who love those characters going, I'd like to do this, can we do this, can we do... And, we'll say things like, can we do a musical episode? They'll be like, yes, as opposed to no. And the main thing is we're just trying to lock it in for 6 to 10-year-olds first, so it's supposed to be crazy fun for kids, which drives some fans crazy. But then we love Spider-Man, we love Peter Parker, and there's no story that doesn't have somebody going, is this a Peter Parker story? Is this really what Spider-Man would do? And so it locks back into kind of the mythology you know and love after that.
Yeah, and our dictate from the beginning was like, if you were making Spider-Man today, and you had, the way Stan would do the thought balloons and his direct to the audience interaction, how would you do that in animation? So that was where the fourth wall breaking came, and the comedy bits and all that stuff. And we love that stuff. I mean, to be able to do that in animation, it's why you animate things.
Right.
Yeah.
But we co-write every episode except Bendis's. It's too big for us.
Wow.
I'll do my own.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, took his toys, went to another sandbox.
You'd think he did hundreds of issues of Ultimate Spider-Man or something without us.
I don't know.
How often do you guys meet as a group then?
Every month.
Once a month?
Wow.
Yep.
Cool.
That sounds cool. So let's talk.
Yeah, it sounds cool. You come sit in that room.
It sounds like the greatest room to be in, really.
That's where
It's
we
actually
decide
fun.
who to set on fire once a month.
The great monthly effigy. Often Bendis, then?
So let's shift and talk comics. You guys got new stuff coming out. What can you tell us?
We do. Well, Man of Action's doing most of our books through Image Comics these days.
Okay.
I've got a new book out with Teddy Christensen, Danish artist who I love. He won the Eisner for It's a Bird, a book we did, 04. So he did this book in England, in Europe, called The Red Diary, which I had for a long time, and I loved it. I was like, I love this book. I want to ask Eric Stevenson, can I put this out in the U.S.? He's like, yeah, do you have a translation? I'm like, I don't even know what this book's about, actually. I've been looking at the pictures. So I translated it, but I don't speak Danish, so I just guessed, basically.
Oh, that's
and then,
like most good translations.
Exactly. And then Teddy sent me the translation, and turns out they're two completely different books, so we just published them both. It's a flip
that's
book.
hilarious.
Yeah.
As a flip book?
Flip book. Same art, totally different stories. Like his lead character is not even my lead character.
Wow.
So, but I did my best. And then I have a kid's book called Bachelor in time for Halloween about a fruit bat who gets bit by a vampire, turns into a vampire bat. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic bat storyline. And so that comes out.
They're out. They're out here,
out?
sitting at our booth.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody on the web, come to the booth. What? That doesn't work.
And my stuff is in the future, so future web people can come to the room.
It'll be a whole different web.
That's true. The web might not even be here.
That's right.
I have an all-ages book coming out called Kid Savage, which is going to be through Image, drawn by Ilya, is an English artist, very cool cartoonist. It's kind of like a Hanna-Barbera modernized, for me, an homage to those kind of shows. I mean, it's Herculoids and Thundar and all that kind of stuff that I love, but definitely with a modern edge to it.
Cool.
So that's coming out next year. I'm finishing up Bad Dog. The first arc of Bad Dog. 5 is in the can, being lettered. 6 is being drawn. I have learned from my past mistakes about not soliciting until they're done.
I feel like every time we've talked lately, I'm really sorry.
Those books are going to ship in time for Web 4.0.
Yeah, that's good. It's exciting.
I'm looking forward to not apologizing in 2013. So that's so they're going to come out. That first arc is going to wrap up. I love it. Diego's doing a great job. Four Eyes also I'll get to, but it'll be much later in the year. Max, and that is completely my fault. Max is like, send me pages, I'll draw them. And, he's a big superstar now, and he's fantastic. But he's very dedicated to the book, so that's coming out. And then I have a couple of other things that are in the hopper that I will definitely tell you guys about. I'm really, really excited, but a little bit down the road.
In the future?
Yes, in the future.
In this new future.
Cool.
But I believe in 2013. I do these big years of here's 5 books and then I disappear forever. So that's
you get us to fall in love with them and then you'd never pick them up again.
Exactly. You're a terrible girlfriend. I'm
really bad.
You don't know the half of it.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, you too. When are you going to get a fanny pack?
It's not a fanny pack, it's a shoulder fanny
No,
pack.
I'm not insulting.
It's for your shoulder fanny.
Cool.
Nice.
We have some questions?
I'm refreshing the old Twitter feed as we speak. Yeah.
Question number, who are these guys?
What have you guys been talking about all this time?
All right. Just riff a little bit.
Do you still write the X-Men?
Yeah.
No.
Was Grant Morrison here a couple minutes ago?
Yeah, exactly. We have a question for Grant.
Which maybe you guys can answer.
Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see Grant now and then.
You bump into him?
Now and then. Joe Casey and Grant are like this.
Oh, he did on his way out. He said, say hi to Joe.
Yes.
And I didn't want to be like, well, which Joe? Let's just say he said hi to you.
Yeah.
Where are the other guys?
They're supposed to be here, but the line outside this place is a wall of people.
Bananas.
It's ridiculous how many people are waiting to get in here.
Yeah.
And it goes down several city blocks, because I was like, I'm just going to run back to the hotel. I'll never get in again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
they send their love. They love you. They're just not here.
That's
So they don't
nice.
love you that much.
Well, great. Well, thanks for sitting in with us, guys. And you guys stay tuned for plenty more from Comic-Con. Here's the thing. What's going to happen right now on the live stream is it's going to go away for a second. Just a second. We have to talk secretly with these guys. You'll find out what they're talking about later this weekend. So that's exciting. And stare at your monitor real hard and maybe you'll hear just a little bit of what we're doing. So we'll see you guys in, honestly, a minute.
Carry on.
Something just to tape. Keep rolling on your cameras. Just to tape.
Okay.
So you guys have an announcement here coming out of the Marvel animated world?
We do.
Great. Let's talk.
We are the co-executive producers and writers on the new Marvel Avengers Assemble, which is being announced here for the first time ever. The show's been announced, but our involvement is creeping out into the world, as we say.
That's awesome. I mean, let's be honest. Who else would they ask to do?
That's very
For God's
nice.
sakes.
Well, they didn't ask us to do their other show, so.
Okay.
Wow, a little sensitive. I mean, you want to.
But I think it's because they were saving us to do the Avengers instead.
That's
so.
a pretty big meatball, I believe is the industry term.
It is a big
good.
meatball.
I'll take it as a
It's a
meatball.
spicy meatball.
And we took it on, and then the movie made something like a $1 billion, and so it became a bigger meatball all of a sudden.
Right. Meatballs get that way. They
That's
grow.
right.
Yeah, but
Good ones do.
So, what's your plan of attack for this?
Well, it's. I mean, we're having a lot of fun on it. Again, it's obviously a different beast than Spidey.
Right.
But going for fun, going for high action, going for high energy, and working, super closely with Marvel. I mean, we've been so lucky in the collaboration with those guys because they care so much about the characters. We care about the characters, and we just go hash it all out.
Is it going to
in the
be
writers'
close with the Avengers Assemble comic, or is it going to be a separate world? Or
That we are not allowed to
Not
say.
allowed to say.
Okay.
I would just say, Ultimate Spider-Man and the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon are not the same thing. So
Right.
maybe that's a guide.
But they're similar. I mean, you're operating sort of in the world, speaking to comics fans.
The Avengers
And
will
all
not be like
exciting.
plushy toys all of a sudden. It's, it will
Right,
be
yeah.
the Avengers. And we also worked on the previous Avengers show, Earth Mightiest Heroes. We wrote 5 of those. So, I think a lot of people are anxious. Why isn't it the same thing? And I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed by what they see.
awesome?
And have you started writing episodes yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're very deep into.
Oh, really?
season, yeah.
Oh, great.
Animation's always kind of a year ahead
a
of where
long
you
If
are.
you had to tell us, like, how deep, what would you?
Oh, we're right there.
Okay.
Just about nipple deep. Just
Yes.
about nipple
Over
deep.
nipple for me. I don't know where your nipples sit, but mine are.
I got them all over the place. Too much? So, one other question I was going to ask. Oh, and so does the room sort of break out the same as it did for Spider-Man? Where
When
you
we
guys
were
are-
starting Spider-Man, that was the only thing Marvel Animation Studios had going, and now they have 3 shows going. So it's dense and a lot of the same people, but not all of the same people. And by that, I just mean no Brian Bendis.
Yeah.
Or Paul.
Good.
Or Paul. Oh, but I see Paul all the time.
I know we see Paul all the time.
Well, you guys are friends now. You guys
Yeah,
are
exactly.
always going yachting together and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know what you think we do for fun, but it's mostly sit in rooms with those people all day.
We're done work. Let's just sit here.
Exactly.
Just be with each other.
Yeah.
And whoever blinks first gets burned.
As
As a
You guys
callback.
have yeah.
Well, we can't wait to check it out, so we're really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks.
guys.
That's
Thank
so
you, guys.
exciting, guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, we're
It's
pumped.
gonna
It's
be
going to be a
big,
great show.